Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap up our Monday night schedule with another great matchup here in Week 17, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Right to the air is Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And some room to work. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Yeah, good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Chargers at 9-6 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, it's Herbert. That'll be caught. Rager with it. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown, L.A. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
On third down, it's Willis. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. And now they'll shift things around. They'll try the right side here with White. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zamir White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have regained the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's on his way.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Willis to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 31, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now they'll change things up. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Willis headed left off the option. There he goes left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Willis. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Jacobs. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Raiders 24, Chargers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The no run back here, fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
31 yards. And the Chargers
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. This is caught. And he's brought down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
1st down and goal to go.
Eckler will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here.
And 24-14. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
He was brought down by Michael Davis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Jacobs once more. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They go play action with Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On second down, Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 14.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. This ball complete to Rager. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now an audible here into something else. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Oh, the return is Reed. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Willis will look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They started on the ground with Eckler.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Herbert now. That pass complete to Moore. And they can't bring him down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the fourth quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Here's A.J. Cole now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Here comes Reed.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert.
And the Raiders have got him.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Herbert on 1st down now. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Herbert.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Bilal Nichols able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Escaping the pressure right.
Short throw, it's Higbee.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun.
Herbert. He's got the connection to Moore.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Willis to throw.
And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Here's Willis. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's out right at the 25. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now Herbert. Completes this to Jefferson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Herbert going to throw.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Here's 1st down. Herbert. That'll be caught. Rager with it.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League.